Hey, what's going on, guys? Doug DeMarco here, and I'm back with another review. This time, something a little different. This probably won't be very popular, but it's something I'll do to kind of get some videos on the channel and see what you guys like. First and foremost, this is going to be my rambling RPG review, where we're going to look at some fantasy and newer style RPGs. Some maybe you've seen, some maybe you've passed by. And we're going to take a look at them, and we're going to see if they can still be used in the new current environment, or if, we've evolved past them. So let's take a look at the first one. This will be the Villain Design Handbook. Nice little picture right there. The Villain Design Handbook was in 3.0 for D&D, and it was for the Kingdoms of Kalimar adventure series. Now, the Kingdoms of Kalimar had a lot of great supplements, but at its core, it was just kind of a generic fantasy setting. Not something I was super impressed with, and not something I ever used. Although I did use quite a few of the supplements themselves. Can't have a review without beer. Now, this Villain Design Handbook is important for a couple reasons. One, it's an update of an older Villain Design Handbook that was in 2nd edition, and this does an excellent job. Once you get into the meat of this book, you start to see if you can get some good pictures or good views of this. Now, you probably can't, but I'll go ahead and read some out. It teaches you how to create a villain that's not going to be your one-off stereotypical villain. It gives them personality, it gives them depth, and it makes a really memorable villain. Now, obviously, a lot of that is up to you as well, but it takes that, generic, big bad end guy and humanizes him. It gives him faults, it gives him characteristics, it gives him good aspects that may, have your party double think of whether or not we should actually kill this guy. Chapter 1 covers stereotypes and beyond, which, we'll get all the, your TV series style villains out of the way. Chapter 2 is your archetypes, your overwhelming, is this is this villain going to take over the world, or is this a villain who does bad things but has a good reason? Maybe he's, he destroys a village, but that collapses all the tunnels that were underneath it that were allowing Dro to escape into the wildernesses at night and kill everybody. Sometimes the ends justify the means, sometimes they don't. Depends on your perspective. And also, Chapter 3 is pretty interesting because it has Inside the Mind of a Killer. Now, this doesn't go into super detail, but it gives you the basic concepts of, if this is a bad guy, as we think of bad guys are, why does he do, what's his motivations? Why does this person do what they do? Why do they kill people? Is there an overreaching goal, or is it just because you're in my way and I need to do something? So it's just something to think about. And this goes through a lot of other things, new spells, feats, villainous rules, which kind of wonky. So this is one of those books to where it's a really great supplement. Even now, you can take things out of this book and use them today without any problem. Some of the feats might not work, so you might want to gloss over those, but the overall ideas, especially in the first chapters of how to design a memorable and useful villain that's going to last you throughout a campaign or multiple campaigns, is in here. I cannot recommend this book enough, and it's super cheap. I think you can find this for like $5 at most conventions, $10 on eBay. This is one of my favorite books, to the point to where I still use it today, obviously. And I got this book, and I loved it so much that I started tracking down artists when I go to the conventions. So another way to breathe new life into some of your old books, get some art in them. If you really like a supplement book, get some art. We have a Dro right here by Esbree back in 2012, so 4 years ago now. And also, 2 years ago, you can see this, a Dro Queen by Tommy Castillo. Both of these excellent. Right in the opening, the art's saved, it's not going to get hurt. It's right in the book. and it looks great. And it's something you can brush out. You don't have to worry about damage. I love this book so much that I actually own some of the interior art. There's if you've seen it up on my wall back there, this beholder image was done by Tommy Castillo. So I bought the book knowing this, and I caught up with Tommy at a Gen Con convention, probably 2013, 2014. And, I was asking him about some of his D&D stuff, because Tommy did a lot of D&D art, back in 3rd edition. And, he's not so much into that right now. He's got other contracts and everything. But I really liked, his art. So I picked up this. This is the original. It's not a print. It's not a copy. This is the original art for that book that was downsized to put in the book. And it's one of my favorite pickups, because Tommy Castillo is a great guy. He'll talk your ear off too. He just had some eye surgery and some reoccurring eye problems, but he also does a Twitch stream, which you can see him do art live, which is awesome. So definitely do the search in the Google machines and find him and check him out, 'cause he does great stuff. Oh Lord, excuse me. So anyways, the Villain Design Handbook. One of the main problems with DMing and long-term campaigns is that you're always searching for that villain that has to have a reason. A lot of times when you're sitting around, checking the dice, you come across villains like, oh, this anti-paladin destroyed a town. Why? Why would he do that? You're just if you destroy something like that, obviously it's going to make a mess of things and people are going to come after you. So why is he doing that? And for the most part, it's never answered. You walk into a tavern, you get a job. Hey, kill this anti-paladin who murdered children. Oh, lords, save the children's. So you go, kill the anti-paladin, and you're done. But, that's boring. You don't have to role play everything, but, you have to have a good story. And that's what a lot of DMs kind of gloss over, is the storytelling. Even in a hack and slash, style adventure, you can have excellent storytelling that's going to make your PCs, love what you're doing. And a lot of times with role playing, you don't have time to do it. Nobody wants to sit around and, role play everything, or, there's always rule Nazis, who you'll say something. It's like, oh, you said that in character because you didn't have you didn't have your hand up and your fingers out. So that was in character and you said that, and I'm going to hold you to it. People don't let people suck the fun out of something. That's the best way I can put it. Because there's always somebody whose version of fun is going to be much different than everybody else's. Punch those people in the face. Anyways. Also, a good part of the Villain Design Handbook is that you can use a lot of this for non-good aligned parties, which can be very difficult to DM because there's not really a source out there, a good source, that sets rules and standards for how to have an adventure if you're not a good guy. And let's face it, most of the stuff we do as adventurers, going through DM campaigns, we're not good people. I mean, if you go and save, a child from a group of orcs, you're generally committing mass genocide just to save that child. But those are your reasons. So does that make you a bad guy because you murdered 100 orcs to save one little girl? That might make you a bad guy. You got to live with that. But who cares? I saved a little girl. I saved a princess. I saved money by switching my sword insurance. All right, guys. So this is just going to be a quick 10-minute video series. Like I said before, I plan to do these at least once a week. I'll bring up new supplements, whether it is a D&D supplement, Pathfinder, some of the older supplements that may not even be in existence anymore, like New Age, Eternia, maybe some BattleTech stuff. Let me know if you guys want to see something in particular. I probably have it or can get a hold of it. If you like these, by all means, hit the like button. I don't like pushing the like and subscribe stuff, but this is something I'm going to do, and I hope you guys like it. So let me know. Thanks a lot, man. Remember, you guys be awesome.